by the Naperville Central High School Band. Director DJ Halstead. Assistant Director Brandon East.
This year graduation, we're switching it up because of the rain seasonally. We're going to do the roll call first before the other
There may be some delay due to technical difficulties. Please stand by.
William's her brother. He's my brother, I'm not his sister.
William's a good kid. so much better than because we all still have fun. I have fun. Yes. I like it. You can get a couple by stay with you. Very rare. It's only we're switching to
Welcome to Naperville Central's commencement program this Monday, May 20th, 2013. Streaming live for Hawk TV, we're here at Memorial Stadium. This will be the last time the seniors will be together in one place, and our last stream of the year.
We're losing valued members of our Hawk TV crew, as of Claire Hatfield, Jordan Piper, Kyle Reswin, Mark Kim, Eric Perales, and Kelly Schatz. We will miss them very much. Please stay tuned and enjoy the Prelude music.
What's cracking other than Homer's neck?
Here come the seniors walking down the aisle. as the music ends from the Naperville Central Band. Senior choir members are getting ready to sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
We could have our senior choir please step forward. I'd like to invite everyone to please stand, remove your caps if you can, as our senior choir sings our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see? And we can please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Perry and members of the senior choir. Before we begin this evening's ceremony, I'd like to take a minute to thank some of the people helping with our 5-star ceremony this evening. Please hold your applause until the end. 3 of our Board of Education members are here tonight, Mr. Mike Yench, Mrs. Susan Crotty, and Mrs. Donna Wanke. I'd like to thank Assistant Superintendent Bob Ross for joining us this evening. I'd like to thank some of the people who have taken hours of their time to put together tonight's program. Mr. Allstott and Mr. Estes in our Naperville Central Band, Lynn Nolan, Director of Student Activities, and her assistant, Paulette Alexin, Mr. Gary Gebauer, Facilities Director, Nick France, and Bob Linkowski for their work with the video and sound production for the ceremony, which is also being live streamed by our Hawk TV student production team. I'd like to thank Mrs. Tina Doan and Mr. Jeremy Bentley, the senior class sponsors. And finally, I'd like to thank our students for a terrific year and outstanding accomplishments during your 4 years as Redhawks. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask School Board Member Mr. Mike Yench to come forward to recognize some special graduates.
Thank you, Bill. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a special welcome to the parents, friends, and families of our graduates, and of course, to the class of 2013. It is my great privilege to recognize 6 special graduates, and I sincerely thank Principal Wiesbrook for this honor. Now, I say special, and I of course realize that all of you are special, and I'm sure that you will all go on and do great things in the future. But I believe 6 of your classmates deserve special recognition for the decision and commitment they are making when they leave Central. I made this same decision 36 years ago, and my experience allows me to tell you that they have started on a career path that is both tremendously rewarding and extremely challenging. It's rewarding because so few other careers produce the pride, the camaraderie, and the esprit de corps that this profession does. And it is challenging because very few jobs offer the combination of physical and mental challenges that this career does. But perhaps most significant is that most of you will probably never be asked to risk your lives in the performance of your chosen profession. And that is what these courageous seniors have volunteered to do. So without further ado, I would like us all to recognize and show our appreciation to our graduates that have chosen to serve this great country of ours in our military services. I would ask you, as I call your names, to please rise and remain standing as I call your names. First, going to the U.S. Army, Alex Phillips. Going to the U.S. Marine Corps, Kevin Broderick. Also going to the Marine Corps, Graham Elliott. The Marine Corps must have had a good recruiter. Also going is Sean Damilaris. And the last Marine is Angel Todev. And finally, going to my alma mater, the U.S. Air Force Academy, Paul Yang. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the true warriors of the class of 2013.
Thank you. Assistant Superintendent Bob Ross, I declare these members of the class of 2013 as having completed the graduation requirements established by the State of Illinois and the Board of Education of Naperville Unit School District 203 as eligible to receive their diplomas and declared graduates of Naperville Central. Mr. Ross.
Thank you, Mr. Wiesbrook. On behalf of the Naperville Community Unit School District 203 Board of Education, the Superintendent, Mr. Bridges, and the administration, it is my honor to officially endorse the Naperville Central High School class of 2013 as having met the graduation requirements of District 203 and the state of Illinois. I congratulate you and I wish you much success as you move forward to pursue your goals.
I'd like to ask Sheila Riley and Eugene Wu to come forward to the stage. This evening we are going to rearrange the ceremony, and we're going to be doing roll call, which will begin in a minute. And after roll call, we'll have our student speakers.
Up next is roll call by Sheila Riley and Eugene Wu.
Waqas Khan. Jessica Kip Miller. Zachary Ryan Siebert. Daniel John Abrahamovich. Danielle Marie Afatato. Arsalan Ahmed. Nabila Ahmed. Ali Abad Ejaz. Yadi Alarcon. Daniel Anthony Albert. Amanda Marie Alberts. Joshua Aldaba. Nathan P. Alex. Justin Michael Olera. Connor Joshua Allen. Nikki Allure. Christos P. Altides. Clark Carlos Amaker. Kushali Amin. Jeremy Jamel Arman Amison. Christina An. Abigail Maureen Anaya. Kyle John Andurak. Hannah Elizabeth Anderson. John Patrick Anderson. Michelle Catherine Anderson.
It's Michelle Anderson.
Michelle Anderson. Abdullah Ansari. Nafis Ansari. Emily Marie Applegate. Zachary Jason Aronoff. Carolus Arnakavicius. Matthew Robert Arneson. Anam Ather. Nathan Robert Atkins. Matthew Auld. Mark Raymond Austin. Ryan David Havers.
Brittany Jordan Extolos. Mirza Bay. Sidra J. Bay. Mackenzie Rose Baird. Julia Marie Bajic. Michelle Angelica Balsamo. Zachary T. Baltras. Brianna Nicole Bannon. Jack Dancer. Bowen Bow. John Lowell Radha. Jake William Barber. Andrew Richard Barrett. Laura Besquita. Madeline Mary Battle. Abigail Jean Baumgartner. Alyssa Renee Bosnick. Brittany Becerra. Kylie Becker. Jonathan Richard Bedell. Carter James Bell. Brandon James Belusic. Jennifer Jean Ben. Jamie Benentend. Ryan Douglas Benuska. Devin Benz. Ryan Scott Berg. Jonathan Carey Bernardino. Erin Kathleen Berry. Rahul Bhatia. Cassidy Biggin. Emily Teresa Brockdar. Emily Ann Bischoff. Michael Thomas Blazik. Catherine Marshall Blewett. Moira Blodgett. Shannon Blumker. Mark Birkenstead.
Kara Marie Boot. Thomas James Borkowitz. Sarah Elizabeth Borden. William Kindrachuk Boyd. Jeffrey Michael Boyle. Matthew Joseph Boyle. Rebecca Rose Baza. Claire Angela Brenner. Matthew James Breslin. Kyle Alexander Bricker. Kevin James Briegel. Brandon James Brock. Connor Matthew Brock. Kevin Michael Broderick. Ethan Daniel Broder. Amanda Ray Brooks. Courtney Ann Brothers. Alexandria M. Brown. Ashley Linda Brown. Kelsey Lynn Brown. Christopher Joseph Butskowitz. Sarah Elizabeth Bull. Justin Paul Birdie. Jack Lloyd Burdett. Kevin Bergoni. Natalie Burgos. Blake Calvin Butler. Mary Rose Bookeret. Leslie Renee Calabrese. Anthony Calcagno. Stephanie Caroline Calera. Alexander Joseph Camerano. Cody Andrew Campbell. Nathaniel David Campbell. Taylor Ann Campbell. Courtney Elizabeth Capuano. Caitlin I. Caravello. Christopher Michael Owen Carpenter.
Gabriel Carrier. Brooke Melinda Casey. Sarah Jane Cassidy. Lindsay Marlia Sergio. Ryan Joseph Cesario. Michael Y. Chan. Nicole Ann Chan, Alex Yiming Chen, Stephen Chen, Joshin Chichaya, Kevin Robert Child, Christopher Chong, Christopher Nihang Chung Jr., Miles Owen Churchill, Sabrina Cisneros, Courtney Ann Klinkert, Amy Elizabeth Camille, Benjamin James Code, Andrew Cohen, Nico O. Coley, Russell David Joseph Collins, Samantha Elizabeth Condon, Michelle Gabriella Caguglio, Jessica Louise Concrite, Nicole Connors, Ian Conroy, Elaine Copy, Nicole M. Coblin, Amber Lynn Cox, Michelle Cox, Caitlin Elizabeth Crebo, Caroline Chrissy, Daniel B. Crowley, Jacob Theodore Cruz, Jessica Lynn Cruz, Olivia Joy Cuff, Caitlin Teresa Cohen,
Jamie Catherine Cooney, Hannah Noel Curtis, Emily Jane Dahl, Maria Daniche, Sean Christopher Demlaris, Emily C. Damron, Neil Basker Dave, Luke Davis, Molly David, Tegan Dable, Alan Kiefer Dietz, David Edward Delgrasso, Alexander Bailey Denklau, Vincent Patrick DeStefano, Michaela Maria Devaney, Adi Dewanji, Nikhil Dahl, Dhruv Dewan, Sarah DiBartolomeo, Austin Connor Dietz, Albert R. Dyke, Laura Elizabeth Deerking, Robert Matthew Dietz, Tanya Din, Daniel James Diotolevy, Caitlin M. Donahoe, Jennifer Dorgan, Patrick Carl Dorn, Benisha Virkumar Doshi, Adnan Dosaji, Jennifer Lynn Doyle, Stephanie Deering, Rachel Kathleen Dolsky, Jacob Dumlin, Joshua L. Dunn, Matthew Robert Dumpy, Ann Dvorak, Zoe Morgan Evelyn,
Terry Enric Eichwald, Ramisha Ejaz, Graham James Elliott, Veronica Paige Ellis, Connor T. Enright, Jalen J. Evans, Remington Preston Fairlam V, Jarjay Fang, Robert Q. Farley III, Layla Fatash, Andrew Joseph Faitner, Lydia Fern, Alex Bradley Ferraro, Jermaine Fields Alexander, Abigail Marie Fleischman, Erica Nicole Floro, Alexis Flores, Angel Flores, Jack Andrew Flory, Patrick David Flynn, Joseph Moy Fong, Thomas Foote, Patrick Foss, Andrew Fox, Jeffrey Dean Frazier, Maxwell Tyler French. Meredith Grace French. Veronica Ann Frey. Jennifer Gaddam. Jacqueline Marie Galbraith. Elizabeth W. Gamlin. Laura M. Garcia. Nicholas Garnes. Caitlin R. Garnside. Michael Benjamin Gowan. Ryan Michael Geist. Sarah Geist. Santana Marie Giannini.
Emily George. Abigail Rose Teresi. Nicolette Eleni Guerin. Stephanie Marie Gerens. Zil Garia. Danielle Charisse Gibson. Brendan Giebel. Caitlin Giovanoni. Audrey Eve Glavis. Lauren Glodowski. Emily Gaden. Cynthia Gollin. Megan Elizabeth Gorski. Angelica Molly Gradishar. Morgan Elizabeth Grafin. Mason Granger. Eduardo Granados Flores. Cassidy Rose Green. Garrett Gregory. Sean Tyler Griffin. Trevor Samuel Griffin. Ariana Maria Guerra. Yash Kulabani. Megan Catherine Gunn. Anjali Priya Gupta. Daniel Gustafson. John William Gustitis IV. Sarah E. Gustin. Paige Elisa Gutierrez. Tracy L. Gutkuchki. Cassidy Ray Hacker. Amelia Cortez Hauser. Ashna Hafiz. Claire A. Hatfield. Corey Thomas Halford. Jack Hamulek. Rebecca Leanne Hammer. Brittany Harrington.
Constance Irene Harrington. Patrick Joseph Harris. Merritt Neil Harrison III. Jonathan Thomas Hartung. Carson Robert Hassler. Bradley Robert Hathaway. Jack Brophy Hawes. Kyle R. Hay. Benjamin Matthew Hayes. Tanette Hendricks. Margaret Suzanne Hinkle. Kelly Hennessy. Alec Joseph Hernandez. Rachel Hershik. Amanda Hicks. Carrie Hilliard. Allison Paige Hins. Haddon Hodge. Ellie Jordan Hoffman. Brian Michael Hook. Laura Elizabeth Rinko. Lisa Hong. Sherry Hong. Christopher J. Huey. Connor Richard Igalski. Derek Ichiro Ikoma. Mark Wyatt Irian. Ray Christopher Ito. Stephanie Nicole Jackson. Trevor Joseph Jackson. Ayana Isher Jasmine. Emily Taylor Janish. Viswash Jenna. Elise Jensen. Neil Jindal. Austin Gunnar Jonick. Hunter Gray Jonick. Christopher Edward Johnson.
David Daniel Johnson. Jacob Riley Johnson. Crispin James Johnston. Kelsey Marie Jones. Kelly Ann Jordan. Mac Young Nickel. Martin Just. Jennifer B. Capel. Jamie K. Aiden Curley. Brian Patrick Kelly. Jack Joseph Kennedy. Raheel N. Khan. Mark Junbing Kim. Brianna Page Kingston. James Raymond Kinney IV. Nathan Richard Class. Will Klausler, Dylan Kling, Jonathan Frederick Foster, Brandon Jeffrey Neller, Kayla Michelle Knoll, Danielle Marie Kocherka, Michael Kenneth Kohler, Lucia Corpus, Samantha Cutterba, Kevin William Kowalski, Kyle Page Kovitz, Jamie Kowal, Andrew John Kowalski, Kate Kowalshin, Kira Jaden Krzyzewski, Matthew Krebs, Benjamin Andrew Cribbs, Mariah Jean Krupowitz, Zachary Stephen Cruz, Melissa Marie Kufrin, Amanda Therese Kukolski,
Maria Elizabeth Kukolski, Kevin Charles Cunning, Abigail Coons, Kirsty Kawing Kwong, Brandon Danton Lamb, Daniel Joseph Lamick, Julia Lane, Nicholas David Lanzin, David F. Lass, Nicole Latronica, Allison Lee, Mitchell Lee, Regine Legend, Jeffrey Lapine, Alana Lerman, Emily Claire Lewis, Christopher Lee, Lucy Liang, Jane Anderly Liddy, Patrick Christopher Lino, Margaret Leese, Anne Wen-Chun Lin, Carly Quinn Liskey, Alyssa Liu, Margaret Elizabeth Lobu, Jarena Lanero, Nicholas John Lopez, Hannah Lormer, Jordan Norman Lowry, Nicole Barbara Loy, Anthony H. Liu, Jeffrey Michael Lucas, Gina Andrew Lucecci, Spencer James Ludevice, Katie Ludwig, Eric Andrew Lulo, Gwendolyn Lulo, Alistair Oksana Ludding,
Jessica Lynn Lynch, Nicholas Masco, Anna Christine Madeline, Tejas R. Madhavan, Courtney Alexander Madison, Hannah Marie Madonia, Abik Mahakul, Brian Michael Mayer, Patrick Francis Mallet, Peter Daniel Mandich, Michael John Maniatis, Deanna Claire Marciniak, Justin R. Markham, Jeremy Edward Marks, Daniela Antonina Marone, Frederick N. Martin, Jenna Matiak, Melody Patricia Mathewson, Jackson Keith Matthews, Joshua James Matthews, Jesse Colin Maxwell, Brianna Marie May, Matthew Michael McBain, Nathaniel Lamont McCall, Margaret Jean McClear, Connor M. McCormick, Daniel James Allen McCormick, Carter Jackson McCoy, Kashari McCullough, Portia L. McDaniel, Kathleen Mary McDonald, Kyle Scott McElroy, Thomas C. McGee, Aaron Michelle McSweeney, Thomas Joseph Malinger Jr., Ryan Matthew Melody, Lane Nicole Mentor, Ziad T. Merhabi,
Kevin Thomas Merrihew, Michael William Messinger, Hannah Metz, Molly Blair Mavis, Benjamin James Meyer, Keith Allen Myers, Lauren Marie Michael, Maria Mihalescu, Mark Thomas Mahalik, Edward Milavaski, Mary Miller, Emily Miller, Nicholas Miller, Mohsen Mirza, Michael Anthony Miser, Jill Missoura, Yuki Mizuguchi, Christopher Moore, Justin Monreal, Sabrina Montrose, Kevin P. Morgan, Autumn Leah Muckenhern, Frederick Jeffrey Mueller, Jacob Thomas Mueller, Christian W. Muir, Matthew Mullally, Michael John Mullen, Amanda Florence Marasco, Benjamin Carter Myatt, Ronald James Nashert, Michelina Naraki, Michael James Neal, John Joseph Needham, Mariah C. Nelson, Madison Nervig, Jacqueline Ann Neville, Genevieve Newkirk, Aisha Naizi,
Arika Danielle Nieto, Stephanie Carol Niggins, Christina Jaconet Norris, Kevin Robert Nowak, Courtney Taylor Oakes, Caitlin Islin O'Connor, Madison Lee O'Flynn, Nicole Okrasinski, Maria Olaru, Benjamin Hayden Olson, Kira Oshiro, Michaela Ostendorf, Kurt Michael Oswald, Alexander Stephen Page, Amy Lauren Papish, Alexander Richard Paprocki, Brent Michael Parent, Colin Edward Park, David Junsung Park, Daniel Kurt Parker, Lucas James Parker, Rishi Partha, Arati Patel, Harsh Patel, John Edward Patrick, Michael Joseph Havliga, Michael R. Pawlowski, Jasmine Parmpali, Alexi Maxwell Palkinen, Julie Ann Pelosa, Eric Jose Perales, the big deal, Pablo Alfonso Perez Romo, Alexander Nicole Peterson, Nicholas Warren Peterson, Samantha Jane Petrangaro, Stephen Tyler Petty, Joshua Eli Pevitz, Courtney Lynn Pezza,
Alex Michael Phillips, Zachary Alexander Piskozzi, Colin Pickens, Hannah Pierce, Jordan Ray Piper, Zachary Kenneth Plain, Mackenzie Lee Picorni, Zhenya Polozova, Mark Andrew Pomeroy, Kevin James Pomier, Michael Ralph Pope II, Ryan Robert Porter, Wayne Thomas Porter, Stephen W. Potter, Nicholas Edward Pradle, Nicholas Pratt, Matthew Joseph Prestanario, Scott Mitchell Prince, David Daniel Pucci, Mauna Punakulu, Aisha Quas, Carly Marie Quick, Courtney E. Quinn,
Arvind Ramakrishnan, Michael Robert Ramberg, Emma Elizabeth Ramey, Jake Ranieri, Nicole Courtney Rash, Erin Elizabeth Reagan, Suhas Reddy, Claude Reed, Eric James Reins, Rebecca Reichel, Brendan Patrick Riley, Sheila Lynn Riley, Tyler James Reiner, Aaron Miles Reinsbach, Eva Rest, Emily L. Rex, Kyle Lewis Reswin, Rachel Teresa Rhodes, Nicholas Xavier Rabato, Ella Jacques Richet, Taylor Richer, Anthony Racusa, Caleb Benjamin Rimmer, Jasmine Rios, Haley Rives, Caitlin Rowe, Alex Christopher Roberts, Elise Suzanne Robinson, Christopher Lawrence Rogers, John Robert Rogers, Najera Rogers, Natalia Rachmanova,
Julia Ann Roller, Jasmine Liz Roman, Benedetta Rossi, Luke William Roth, Samantha Wheeler Roth, Madeline Janine Roy, Charles S. Rubin, Michaela Reuter, Natasha Rupani, Luke Ryan, Nina Anna Rosetko, Simon Solomon, Joseph Allen Saleh, Marwa Saleh, Priscilla Marie Sanchez, Lauren Nicole Santangelo, Natalie Marie Sarby, Gianna Sawyers, Jeffrey Ryan Shank, Kelly Ann Schatz, Molly Rose Schatz, James Shelley III, Joseph Robert Schick, Brian Edward Sheeman, Rebecca Schlesinger, Taylor Nicole Schlund, Brandon James Schmidt, Alexandria Teresa Schneeman, Kevin Michael Schneblin, Stephanie Marie Schremp, Christina J. Schroeder, Christian Carl Schultz, Scott Jeffrey Scroggs, Anjali Jyoti Shaw, Pooja N. Shaw, Robert Shanholtz, Robin Lynn Shapley, Daniel Shen, Madeline Simbekos, Alec Michael Sianis, Ann Silverstein,
Arjun Singh, Brianna Marie Singson, Patrick R. Sinker, Enrica Sinkavachutia, Rachel Skinner, Stephen William Sloss, Shannon Emily Sleds, Braxton Smith, Hannah Rose Smith, Samantha Elizabeth Smith, Yishmael Q. Sneed, Sarah M. Snyder, Taylor Ann Sobiesky, David John Songala, Anna Prodick Southworth, Shannon Rose Splan, Keith Aaron Spravka, Kyle Andrew Stablin,
Philip David Stalin, Gitas Darnskus, Nicholas Stark, Maxwell Paul Steiner, Francesca Steinhoff, Michael Stelmack, Hunter W. Stevens, Shelby Jane Stevens, Rachel Brenna Starchy, Matthew Wayne Stern, Courtney E. Sterrett, Georgia Lane Sturts, Ann Elizabeth Stock, Jessica Ann Strickland, Aaron Stewart, Matthew Charles Stabrowski, Philip David Suko, Robert James Sunken, Vinyesh Suresh, Siddharth Swami, Ryan Walter Sweeney, Neha Syed, Shireen Syed, Jordan Joseph Shapansky, Olashan Tao, Justin David Tardy, Juliet Rose Tassie, Jack Joseph Taylor, Alan Ray Thames, Marvel Theckenall, Laura Fair, Alec Alton Thomas, Jacob Thomas, Nicholas Austin Thomas, Lesota Thompson. Connor Tobin. Alexander L. Todd. Angel Todav.
Tian Michael Torres Plume. Mariah Faith Triplet. Derva Viral Trivedi. Victoria Ann Trowbridge. Sarah Nicole Tunney. Maxwell Stephen Turkowski. Allison Marie Yolstead. Emmanuel Valadez. Paulius Valinas. Rachel Ann Valentine. Rebecca Van Devender. AJ Varghese. Hina Verma. Trey Joseph Veselik. Catherine Marie Villa. Michael Anthony Vitello. Jory Lynn Vondrasek. Sarah Christine Wade. Justin Michael Wagner. Caitlin Walker. Emily Nicole Walsh. John Michael Walters. Maggie Wang. Evelyn Wang. Kyle Lewis Warshall. Kendall Ward. Madeline Nicole Weber. Christopher Richard Weiland. Carly Weisenhofer. Emily Ann Weifman. Shayna Elisa Welch. Sarah Elizabeth Weldy. Michael James Wendell. Carly Marie Wesolowski. Michael Scott West. Joseph A. Wheeler. Christina Lynn Whittaker. Nicholas White.
Ryan Whitehouse. Kyle Whittingham. David James Wilkerson. Abigail Joy Williamson. Kendall Lane Willis. Peter James Wilson. Drew Edward Wilson. Alexis Wibley. Brianna Terry Wyer. Michael Wish. Haley Wiskari. Stephen Wisniewski. James Whitcamper. Brendan Woodman. Caitlin Ann Wong. Noah Wood. Eugene Wu. Grant Wu. Kevin Wu. Thomas Wu. Nicole Elizabeth Wunderlich. Jing Wang Zhao. Connie Zhao. Michelle Shu. Vivian Shu. Nicole Leah Yannick. Paul Yang. Alyssa Nicole Young. Ali Yusuf. John Edward Zaki. Isma Gul Zaire. Abigail Zeeb. Allison Rose Zeeb. Jason Fox Zahn. Hanyao Zhang. Jenny Zhang. Peter Zhang. Rock Zhang. Shirley Zhang. Tiffany Zoe. Crystal Zhu. Cassandra Lynn Zimmerman. Sarah Nicole Zimmerlin.
Hard to believe, earlier today, a few of us were worried about the weather. How about a nice round of applause for the weather? Now we've reversed the order of the program, but fortunately, we're going to be able to hear from some of our student speakers. I'd like to begin by introducing Eva Rest, who will give an opening reflection.
Up next is Eva Ress with the opening reflection.
Good evening. 7-14-3. 7, the age at which I decided I wanted to be the first rabbi to ever become president, to ever become an astronaut. 14, my mile time. 3, the approximate number of friends I had coming to Central freshman year. Mr. Smith once said, "You are more than just a number." For that matter, high school is more than just numbers too. And high school is about more than capital letters, GPA and ACT scores. It's about growing and developing and all of those other cliche things that your parents and teachers have talked about as they reminisce. Someday, it will be our turn to reminisce as we think about the 4 years we've spent at Naperville Central. But right now, we're taking a step in a different direction. We have spent 4 years learning how to be ourselves, speak our minds, and think outside the norm. Whether you are a star athlete, a history buff, a physics enthusiast, or star of the main stage, you have spent your time here doing something. And that is what we'll walk away with. Not our grades, or the number of kills we got in Assassins, or even the number of Facebook friends we have amassed. But rather, we walk away equipped with the tools to create change and think independently. Mrs. Plackett once said, "Everyone can have deep thoughts. Though we are young, we are capable of many things, deep thoughts and all." Today, you may be number 251, but tomorrow, or perhaps 5 years down the road, you may be number 2,501. The specific number doesn't matter. Whether in a place big or small, we take with us the knowledge given to us by our teachers, our friends, and our peers, and the determination to make something of ourselves and have an impact on our world. So, Naperville Central Class of 2013, you are more than just a number. You are a person who has the potential to do great things, whether for one person or for many. If you let numbers define you, you will forever be limiting yourself. You are unique and capable of amazing feats. 3,751. 3,000 students here at Naperville Central. 750 of us graduating tonight. Only one chance to be you.
Thank you, Eva. And now I'd like to introduce, and a nice round of applause, for the president of the senior class, Claire Hatfield.
Up next is our own Hawk TVs and the president of class 2014, Claire Hatfield. 2013, I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone. My name is Claire Hatfield, and I'm the senior class council president. I'm so grateful to be representing the class of 2013 tonight. When I was 12, I was 150% sure I was going to be cast on Disney Channel's short-lived show, Jonas. From the day I sent in my headshot and resume, I knew that at any moment I would be called off to Hollywood to start my career as an actress. When I was 14, I decided to email Ty Pennington. I had figured that Extreme Makeover Home Edition needed a teen designer to hone in on what the kids and the families sincerely wanted. I knew it would be tough to balance high school and house building, but I had already figured out how to make it all work. Point being, I was pretty surprised when freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year went by, and Hollywood had yet to call me. But to be honest, I never was or am horribly upset that my life of fame didn't work out as planned. After all, it's nice to have a plan, but in the end, we can't really be sure of anything. But boy, am I glad that my plans didn't work out. Because since the first day I was at Central, I met hundreds of amazing people that I never would have had the chance to meet otherwise. And some of you, I'm still waiting to meet. Through these past 4 years, Our classmates have faced a variety of challenges. Did you know there is someone in our class who was homeless, someone who was sexually assaulted, and someone who was brought so far down that he couldn't make it? But did you know about the girl who started a Facebook page simply to compliment people? That there are seniors training to be EMTs and in the military? You have all made an impression on me. Class of 2013, who has made an impression on you? Do you know someone who would do anything for you? Someone that you can always count on a smile from as you pass them in the hallway, even if you haven't spoken to them since your freshman year chemistry class? Someone that you know has an extra ear and cares so much about you that they drop what they're doing if you needed a hand? Or perhaps you're that person for a friend. Naperville Central has provided me with a great education. So many of my teachers filled my brains with so much knowledge in so little time. But honestly, I've probably already forgot half of it. But I know it'll be okay. NCHS has taught me so much more than what I've learned in my Calc BC and honors physics classes. I've learned that there are so many people who will do whatever it takes to make sure that their little part of Central, whether it be band and orchestra, varsity football, science Olympiad, or their group of close-knit friends, is the best that it can be. I've learned that there isn't one person that I know that isn't a genius in their own way. No matter if you've learned how to avoid hall monitors to sneak off campus for lunch, or pursued more traditional forms of intelligence, but not only using understanding material you learn, but also teaching and enriching your classmates. As Dr. Dussault says, everyone is a genius, but if you judge its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. Everyone at Central is a genius, in their own little way. After everything I've been through, I realize no matter how much we plan, we can't really be sure of anything. I'd like to think that I'm going to graduate from college, get a job, and become a successful journalist. But in the end, life isn't about guessing what will happen and waiting for that one moment that will make all the pain worth it. Life is about sharing in the life and the love that you have, and making the moment the best it can be. After everyone I have met in my short 4 years, I can say that I'm truly blessed to have met them. One thing I do know for sure is that class of 2013, we're going far. Right now, we have future politicians, lawyers, doctors, children's books authors, teachers, and yes, even journalists in our midst. No matter how privileged we are, we've all had our days where we pick ourselves up and decide that we can make them better. It's what we've learned when got tough that has made us better people. Thank you, class of 2013, for helping me realize that I can make it through. I'm going to miss this. Congratulations, we made it.
And now, presenting the class gift.
Thank you, Claire. I'd like to introduce the Vice President of the senior class, Mary Millar, who will present the class gifts. Nice round of applause for Mary.
Hello, friends, family, and class of 2013. I'm here to announce the senior gift, but first I'd like to thank the teachers, administrators, counselors, and other members of the Naperville Central staff. During the last 4 years, we came to school to prepare ourselves for the next stage in our lives, but you gave us much more than the standard preparation. The generosity of a school and staff that gave so much is what made our class motivated to succeed. In return, the class of 2013 would like to give an iPad to Central for better management of school supplies, $500 to the incoming freshman class, $1,000 to the National Center for Prevention of Youth Suicide in memory of classmate Jonathan Caden, $1,000 to $1,000 to Family Connections in memory of staff member Nancy Sandercock, and $1,500 to Loaves and Fishes, the food pantry that helps feed our community, and $1,500 to PADS, an organization that aids people in need. These things can only begin to express our gratitude. The final gift I personally wanted to give us is from our class to our class. Naperville Central, class of 2013, you're graduating today. Would you please give each other our final Hawk high five? Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. And now I'd like to introduce for our honors speech your classmate, Nick Pratt.
Up next is Nick Pratt for the honors speech.
Naperville Central staff, loving parents, and my friends in the class of 2013. Good evening. As I look around tonight and see the enthusiastic faces of students, proud faces of parents, and relieved faces of staff members, my mind begins to reflect, as I'm sure many of yours do now. I think back on my last 4 years here at Central. I remember the freshman year lockdown, the ceaseless fire alarms, the distracting construction, and the excellent education of force. Thanks, Mr. Wiesbrook. I think about where I am now, standing here with my friends and family, heading off to an excellent school, and being genuinely happy with my life. Perhaps most significantly, I think about my future, and I don't know what to say. I have dreams, sure, but nothing I can say for certain will occur. None of us can predict our future, which seems a scary thought at first. We can certainly work towards our goals, but predicting is a task which yields more misses than hits. A few examples. In his novel, 1984, George Orwell predicts an authoritarian society, one in which there is no place to hide from the ever-watching eye of Big Brother. In reality, we were introduced to the Macintosh, a machine which revolutionized the personal computer industry. The events it set into play and the traditions it started affect the popularity and affordability of computers, even today. 2001, A Space Odyssey, Arthur C. Clarke, had humans living in space and rocketing through the solar system with the infamous HAL 9000. Unfortunately, people of the world are not traveling to Jupiter with an algorithmic computer intent on destroying mankind. However, in April 2001, the spacecraft Mars Odyssey was launched, which after 12 years has correctly predicted the existence of water on Mars, mapped Martian minerals, and relayed communications between Earth and the Curiosity rover, paving the way for future space endeavors. In more recent news, despite excessive media coverage, no Mayan prophecy was fulfilled on December 21st, 2012, and we are all still here to graduate. Whether the lack of any planetary combustion is due to any specific action, it is exciting to be able to say we survived the apocalypse for the 29th time in our lives. Although, in August 2012, Honey Boo Boo first aired on the Learning Channel, so maybe the Mayans weren't too far off. I bring up these examples to highlight the differences between predicted events and what actually occurs. The future cannot be predicted, as it is affected by the choices we make and the choices of our generation. It is now our turn to affect the future, our turn to make choices on this earth. Whether we aim to be engineers, politicians, soldiers, or any part of the American workforce, we each will have our chance to change the future. You don't have to revolutionize an industry, send a satellite to Mars, or predict the end of the world to affect humanity. It can be as simple as aiding those in the world who did face apocalyptic-like disasters this year, or just being the best friend you can be. As a final note, while man has not had a stellar record with predicting the future, maybe, just maybe, Back to the Future 2 will be right, and the Chicago Cubs will bring home a World Series win in 2015. Thank you, and another congratulations to Naperville Central's class of 2013.
And now, the presentation of Class of 2013 by our principal, Mr. William
Students and
Reesbrook.
guests, it's my pleasure to serve as principal here at Naperville Central. Great things happen here. This is a special school. Students, this is one of your last times, maybe your very last time here at Naperville Central High School. I'd like to take a 15-second moment of silence and ask you to just look around at this place. So, 15 seconds, just look around. Take it all in. It's good to be a Redhawk. For the last 4 years, these students have been arriving at 7 o'clock if they rode the bus, if they drove maybe 7:44, and doing their best to learn and grow. Our district has identified 5 characteristics that graduates should demonstrate before they graduate and leave District 203. I'm confident that our graduates are quality producers, self-directed learners, complex thinkers, collaborative workers, and I know they are community contributors. Students, whatever you choose to do with your time and with your life, go out there and make us proud. How about a nice round of applause for our graduates of the class of 2013. This time I'd like the members of the senior choir to come forward one last time. And Mr. Perry. And we'll enjoy the senior choir's performance of the song, Remember When.
Up next, the senior choir with Remember When.
I'm a shorty.
Girls, it starts the laughter in tears. We're going to go like this.
Oh, the shorty. Oh my God. Put your hand. We're doing the whole song, right?
The laughter, the tears, the songs through the years. This place rings with friendship so true.
The good times we had, but when the good times turned bad, I knew that I could always count on you.
Goodbyes are so sad when we promise each other. Maybe someday we will have a chance to say, remember when we were together. Remember when time seemed so slow. Hold on to romances, and cheering our team to win. I won't forget these moments with you. A lifetime of love is what I'll always think of, but staying so long is so hard to do. Goodbyes aren't so sad when we promise each other. Maybe someday we will have a chance to say, remember when we were together. Remember when time seemed so slow. Hold on to the memories till we meet again.
And we will say,
remember when. Hold on to the memories till we meet again.
and we will say,
Remember.
we will say,
Remember.
no, we'll say.
Speaking of quality producers, that was great. Thank you.
Up next, we have the District 203 board members with the presentation of
This
diplomas.
is a good time to officially congratulate you on your graduation and ask you to move your tassel from right to left at this time. And then I'd like each of you to take your chair and turn it so you're facing the south. So we'll turn our chairs. And I think there we go.
While we watch these closing fireworks, we say goodbye to the senior class of 2013.
Not that we are competitive with our friends over at Ogden and Mill Street, but once again, we've concluded our ceremony before theirs. They just heard those fireworks and lost again to Naperville Central. Class of 2013, in a few seconds, you're going to throw your caps in the air, which is tradition. If you want to ensure that your tassel doesn't fly away, you might want to take that off and put it in your pocket. Class of 2013, your graduation has just been completed. Congratulations. Parents and relatives are welcome to come down on the field for pictures. Join your graduate.
Thank you for watching Hawk TV. This has been Brandon
and Kristen.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks.